All right, in this video, you're going to learn how to do unit conversions, or you might call it dimensional analysis. Fancy word, just saying you're going from one unit to the other. And it's really important to be able to go from one unit to the other, because sometimes you get problems like this. Sometimes you get a problem like you want to find the area or the perimeter of a rectangle, and they might give you this one as in 6 yards long, and someone else may measure the other side as 9 feet long. And ordinarily, you're not finding area just length times width, but these are in 2 different dimensions. We have to convert either both into yards or both into feet, right? So before you can begin, you have to realize, well, 9 yards is 3 feet in the yard. So 9 yards is really 18 feet. So now that they're both in feet, you have them both converted to the same unit of measure. You can multiply 18 times 9 and you know the area. And that's why we have to convert them. Sometimes it's pretty easy, like yards to feet's pretty easy, but they get more complicated. So that's why we learn these formulas. All right, so it says convert 65 inches into feet. If I give you 65 inches and I want to convert that into feet, I would use this little table like this. And basically, whatever the unit they gave you, I'm going to put here, 65 inches. Now I want to change it to feet. So in order to do that, you basically want to just know that on the top of this page, it says that there is 12 inches in 1 foot. So you want to rewrite this. So I'm going to put inches on the bottom and feet on top. It matters I put inches on the bottom. The reason why I put it on the bottom is that when I multiply this across, I want the inches to be in different places. I don't want them on the same row. So whatever the unit is, you always want it in a different place than the previous one was. So they cancel. So since these inches are on top and bottom, they cancel when I multiply. So anyway, so 1 foot gives you 12 inches. So when I multiply this across, the inches will go away because they cancel. And it gives you 65 times 1 feet over 12. And you're plugging your calculator, 65 divided by 12. So you plug in your calculator, 65 over 12 gives you about 5.42 feet. So that means 65 inches equals 5.42 feet. What's that about? It's about 5.42 feet. And that's how we convert that from one unit to the other. All right, I'm going to give you another one just like it. The second one says convert 9,432 feet into miles. So once again, we're going to set it up with the same table. And the unit they gave always comes first. It's going to be 9,432 feet. And you want to change that to miles. So if you look on this little chart here, 5,280 feet gives you 1 mile. So 5,280 feet gives you 1 mile. All right, so since feet's on the top, and put feet on the bottom, put miles on top. So I know for 1 mile, you get 5,280 feet. So now when I multiply this, the feet cancel, give you 9,432 times 1 mile. And it's going to be divided by 5,280. So you divide that. So 9,432 divided by 5,280 gives you about 1.79 miles. So that means that 9,432 feet, 32 feet equals about 1.79 miles. I'm going to make that look a little better. So that's 32 feet. It's about that many miles. All right, let's do another one. Okay, on this one it says convert 1.3 miles into inches. So if we're going to do that, I'm going to come up first my little table. Gives me 1.3 miles. And we don't really have a miles to inches conversion. We got a miles to feet. So put miles here and put feet here. So for 1 mile, we decide it's 5,280 feet 5,280 feet. And then I can go feet to inches. So I'm going to put feet here, inches here. So 1 foot gives you 12 inches. So when I multiply this across, if you notice the miles should go away, and the feet should also go away and cancel out. And you only have inches left. So that's my unit of measure now. So it's going to be 1.3 times 5280 times 12 inches. That's going to be over 1 times 1. Well, you don't really have to divide by 1 times 1 because it's not going to change it. But the answer should be 1.3 times 5280 times 12. Sure, yeah, that's good. So it's 8236.8. So that gives you 8236.8. That's 82,368 inches. And that's how long 1.3 miles is, 82,368 inches. All right, so that's how you convert them. So that was 3 problems. I'm gonna give you one last one for good measure though. And the last one says convert 32 yards into inches. So once again, we're gonna come up with our little table. It's gonna be 32 yards here. And I'm gonna go from yards and feet go together better. Like 3 feet gives you 1 yard. That's a conversion that most people know. So that's true. I'm going to put yards on the bottom. So yards go here and feet go here. So it's 1 yard gives you 3 feet. You want it in terms of inches, so I'm going to put feet on the bottom and inches here. So 1 foot gives you 12 inches. And that gives you these cancel and then these cancel. So it gives you 32 times 3 times 12 inches. Again, that's over. That's divided by 1 times 1. So when you plug it all in, 32 times 3 times 12. Gives you 1152. So that's 1152 inches. Again, I didn't bother dividing by 1 times 1 because this gives you 1. Anyway, so that's how you do it. That's how you convert 1 unit of measure to another. Now, sometimes unit of measure isn't yards and feet and so forth. Sometimes that unit of measure may be other things like ounces of cups, or cups to pints, or quarts to gallons. The idea still stays the same. You're still going to convert it the same way. So I'm going to do one of those like this. I'm going to go from gallons to pints. Just make sure I explain one of those. So we're going to go from gallons to pints. I'm going to write 2.8 gallons here. That's the problem I'm looking at. And if I want to go to pints, I know gallons goes to quarts. So gallons compares to quarts, if you notice up in the corner here. So 1 gallon gives you 4 quarts. So put gallons on the bottom and quarts on the top. So 1 gallon is 4 quarts. And that counts as my gallons. But I need to make my quarts become pints. So I'm going to put quarts on the bottom. And quarts and pints, we do have a relationship. So I'm going to put pints here. So 1 quart is 2 pints. All right. So this counts in my gallons. I'm going to count in my quarts. So the answer should be 2.8 times 4 times 2 pints, all over 1 times 1. So 2.8 times 4 times 2 gives you 22.4. So that's 22.4 pints. So what that means is 2.8 gallons is about 22.4 pints. 2.8 gallons is about 22.4 pints. That's all I have. Hope that makes sense. Good luck.